Okay, hello everybody. My name is Anara. I'll talk about a nice story today on how to succeed as a student. So the topic is power of empowerment. Imagine, a couple of decades ago, there was a 7-year-old girl. She was striving to learn foreign languages. She was living in a very tiny suburban criminal area of a little town somewhere in the middle of nowhere, in the very northern part of Kazakhstan. And she was dreaming to learn the foreign language because she was hoping to see the places she had been reading about in the books, or to meet these crazy people, stubborn, smart, sometimes maybe fool, that she had read about also from the books. And in order to do so, she felt like she needed to learn the foreign language. So what she was supposed to be doing? So she knew there was a school in the city, the best one, the private school that would offer students to learn the foreign languages. And she was striving to get there, to get an access to the school, to get an access to this privileged world from the criminal neighborhood she was coming from, right? So she made it possible. She spent a whole year to get prepared for the entrance exam to the school. And then she managed to get there. But little did she know that she will have to spend 11 years of traveling by the public transportation 20 blocks from her neighborhood to the school. Can you imagine? 20 blocks to one end and 20 blocks back. So she would spend up to 3 hours every day to get to the knowledge. And since she was living in a very harsh weather conditions, she would spend a lot of time waiting for the bus on the bus station in a windy, crazy cold weather. Little did she know, while dreaming about knowing the foreign language, that she would have to struggle and have to go through pain, like physical pain, staying on the bus station waiting for the bus. Little did she know that she will have to face with a sickness that she will have to struggle with for a year, again, to get to the knowledge, to get this foreign language knowledge, right? Little did she know that she will face with discrimination at the school and bullying at the same school because she was different. She was from this criminal little suburban area of the town. She was not one of those kids. But she was striving to succeed. She was striving to get to the point that to deliver her dream, to make it possible, right? Where should I point? So the path was quite challenging. It was quite risky, and it caused her to be sick and to be in pain permanently. Little did she know there might be some other options to perceive, that she might find other options to learn the foreign languages. Her parents were too busy trying to survive and to get to the point of like earning money to make sure that their little family would survive through those 90s harsh years after the collapse of the Soviet Union. But there were other options that she didn't just know they exist. So what was driving the motivation for this little kid? What, the stubbornness, the passion, the love, or just lack of self-protection and lack of the feeling of self-love, self-affection? Who can tell? All she knew was that she wants to deliver. All she knew that she wants to get this knowledge and to travel the world to see other places, right? Stubbornness or passion. What actually drives people to get to the point of reaching their ideas, of making sure that their ideas come true? Did she eventually succeed? And how can we measure the success of any person? First of all, let me tell you about some notion behind success. So what success stands for? Obviously, you have heard of this today, I'm sure. So the success is just the result, right? It's a consequence of something, a set of actions that you will deliver, and the success might be measured in the end. So you're measuring a result in the end, so this is a consequence. For many people, this is a very subjective notion, because for one person, the ultimate success is to get married by 20 and have a family. For another person, career development might be the ultimate success. For the third person, the recovery might be the ultimate success, right? So we cannot say there is objective definition for the word of success. it's always subjective. It's always very individual. For every single person, success might be individual. So today I'm sharing my story and how do I measure success for myself. You might say she's not successful, but for myself, I'm quite happy about the results I have gained because you see, obviously, I have told you about the story of my life, right? That's how my story began. I was striving to learn the language so that I could come to TED conference and share the story in the foreign language. So my success as of today, I would like to tell you why do I think I'm successful? First of all, I am teaching in English at one of the best universities in Kazakhstan for master and bachelor degree students, Kazakh University located in Astana. Another job that I have is I'm a chairwoman of a national alumni network. The alumni network that is uniting up to 20,000 people living all around the world, not only in Kazakhstan. So who are those alumni? Alumni are the people who have passed through the exchange programs supported by the State Department, the US Embassy. People have been attending this conference today, right? So these are also ultimate achievers, successful people, and we have created this network uniting them so that we can deliver them these engagement opportunities, engagement programs. We fund their social projects, educational projects. We provide them with information support as well as with any possible support that we are capable of to provide too. And the foreign language, the dream that I was striving to deliver when I was 7 years old, it actually came true. Because at some point of time, the knowledge of the language helped me to get an access to the highest level education, not only in Kazakhstan, but also globally. First of all, I managed to study at KIMEP University. You might have known of this university just across the street. It's quite expensive place to study. So what I did, I was thinking like, yeah, I want to study there. What should I do? So I have applied for the scholarship and I eventually won the scholarship from the PricewaterhouseCoopers, one of the biggest audit companies out there. So they paid for my studies at KIMEP. Next, I studied at Nazarbayev University to do my MBA program in marketing. And again, I applied for the scholarship because I was not capable to fund my studies. And I was competitive enough to apply, so I won 100% coverage for going through this program. As part of this program, I traveled to do the MBA residency program at Duke University, one of the top best business schools in the United States of America. Again, you remember the story of a 7-year-old striving to learn the language to travel. And then with time, my dream would become more elaborated, more sophisticated. So I was dreaming about getting the highest education to make my further dreams come true, right? Next, I also attended various international programs, educational programs, because I truly believe in power and empowerment of education. I will talk about this later. So education is fundamental to deliver your goals and to deliver your dreams. So I traveled to these programs, gaining knowledge about sustainability in Japan, Hosei University, private university, but again, I won the scholarship. Because the more you know about the world, the more challenges and opportunities it can provide to you. I traveled to the United States of America to gain this entrepreneurship program as well. So I was learning about entrepreneurship in the United States private university, which is also giving away scholarships. So I managed, while knowing only the language, again, English language was so helpful so that I can manage to go and travel the world free of charge and gaining the knowledge, top-notch, best knowledge out there. And the third program that I have been attending was in Oslo University in Norway, and I was learning about development studies. We live in a developing country, right? We need to know how the world is working. So I was thinking like, yeah, I'm quite curious about this. Should I go? Should I apply somewhere? And it turned out this university, amazing program is offering this knowledge. So I applied again, won the scholarship because of my language, because I was capable to write an essay in English, and I was successful to get there. So also the knowledge of English, the knowledge of this fundamental language that connects the dots in my life also helped me to work in amazing, outstanding organizations. The organizations such as United Nations Development Program, the World Bank, the British Embassy. Currently I work with the US Embassy at National Alumni Network. Also, I worked for the Swiss company called Gate Gourmet Airline Catering Company, and many more experiences. I worked with startups, with innovations, because I was so curious about what is my potential out there. I managed to travel 20 blocks every day, back and forth, in the cruel weather conditions. I managed to go through discrimination and bullying just to learn the language, just to have an access to this knowledge. And now I'm taking all the benefits of this struggle and this pain. So the key message today in terms of success, as I said, I'm interpreting my life and my professional development successful story. You might not interpret this as a success, but for me it is, because you're interpreting your individual story for yourself. You are judging your story, you are creating your story yourself. But what were the fundamental, let's say, basics for me to succeed? Were two criteria. First is empowerment. What did empower me to proceed through this long, let's say, stressful way to deliver the success that I was waiting for and I was dreaming about? Empowerment. And those were fundamentally important, the mentors that helped me to go through this path, who shared the burden of, sacrifice, the burden of, disappointment and discrimination. So the mentors, fundamentally important. And mentors are those people who have already reached certain, let's say, goals, right, in life, and they're capable and willing to share with you with their expertise. So I would be looking forward, if I were you and I'm striving for success, I would choose the mentors who can guide and navigate you through your story, through building your story. Second, colleagues. Since I was working for one of the best agencies, right, international agencies, I managed to meet a lot of amazing, wonderful, crazy people out there, experts at the World Bank. Can you imagine? Those are Nobel Prize people. You would meet them on a daily basis. You are capable to see, talk to them, and also get back from them. They might not call themselves mentors of yours, but they are surrounding you. You know, there is a very famous notion, which is promoted by many people, public people out there. Surround yourself with leaders or people that you want to look like in a couple of years, right? So I was surrounded by those people in the jobs or workplaces that I have been attending. Loved ones. Obviously, we need support from those who love us and whom we love. And my first mentor was my father, who actually promoted the idea of learning the foreign language and telling me, if you learn the language, you will get there. And yourself, obviously, right? You might empower yourself by driving yourself forward, by motivating you to deliver to what you want to get in the end. However, and the open world, obviously, if you travel, if you meet more people, you surround yourself with amazing people, you will learn from them automatically. You will see their stories and you want to repeat, or you don't want to repeat, right? So you learn from others. So the more you travel, the better. However, I don't say that the trip to success or road to success might not be bumpy. It might. In my life, it was very bumpy, and I failed a lot. I fucked up like crazy, like all the startups who fail in the path of becoming exceptional ones. I failed a lot. So what were the key criteria for me to fail? But also I learned from failures, right? I didn't deliver on time, oftentimes. I was having a lot of opportunities to apply to study abroad for other scholarships, but I just failed on the deadlines. I failed on not delivering the project on time, and so on and so forth. However, failures is also important. It's fundamentally important because through failure, you can learn how to succeed. The key idea behind failure is never stop and keep going. Так, что-то не переключается. Next. Yeah. I have a couple of comments in terms of the benefits. If you keep moving, so there might be a couple of benefits that I want to talk about in the end. So first of all, try anyways and you will benefit. Any experience is great. A failing experience is also great. Believe me, from failures, this is the best lessons you can have. Second, multiple projects will lead you to more new projects. So never stop, never give up, just proceed believing into yourself, right? And the third one, all of these experiences will anyways give you multiple skills. So you learn the language, you go to work for some company, you don't like working in the company, don't worry. This is experience, right? You get new skills, you get new opportunities out there. Thank you very much. My time is up. Thanks.